Alright, it's tech news time, and in this video we're going to be talking about tech news like Facebook antitrust, Airbnb going public, Spacex launching and somewhat failing, and then TikTok targeting and things like that. So let's go ahead and jump into it. Alright, before we jump into it, please do click that button that looks just like this. It really helps me and my small channel to grow, so I really appreciate it if you click on that button and turn that little thumbs up button blue. Alright, so let's start things off with Facebook and antitrust lawsuits. Now, Facebook has been in and out of hot water for a long time with Congress and with the whole antitrust movement, and this is just another round, another wave of antitrust lawsuits that are hitting Facebook. Now, basically what's going on is there's been two big recent suits from the FTC and 46 other states. Basically what's happening is they think that there is somewhat of a monopoly going on with Facebook because Facebook owns too much. They got Facebook, obviously, they got Instagram, WhatsApp, they got a whole bunch of good stuff. It's too much attention, and Congress is trying to limit their control, limit their power. So they're trying to break up the monopoly. They're trying to separate Facebook and Instagram. And honestly, I don't think they're going to succeed. I mean, look at what happened with TikTok. TikTok and China and the US, and Trump didn't like what was going on with all of China's data gathering with TikTok, and honestly, that whole deal that they came to was BS, in my opinion. It didn't seem like it really solved any real problems. TikTok is going to continue to get more attention from the Americans and get more data and collect all of our good stuff, and our privacy is going to be out the window. And so if we look at what all happened and what progress was made with TikTok, I don't think they are going to force Facebook to sell off Instagram, and that's what they're trying to do. It says here, Zuckerberg emails from 2012, reveal he admitted Instagram was a threat and acquiring them would neutralize its success. So the goal of the lawsuits is to force Facebook to break away or sell Instagram and WhatsApp and make it more difficult for Facebook to merge with or acquire other companies in the future. You really think this is going to happen? I mean, really, you think this is going to happen? I feel like this is just the government's way of making it look like they're making an effort. I think that they will fail. Who would buy Instagram and WhatsApp? Who do you think Facebook would allow to buy that? I mean, they're just going to sell it to another gigantic tech company like a Google, or maybe China's TikTok company will come in and buy Instagram or WhatsApp. I mean, it seems a little goofy to me, but hey, it is what it is. That's the news. Let's move on. And let's talk about Airbnb and investor Jeff Bezos. Now, if you didn't know, like I didn't know, Jeff Bezos was an early investor in Airbnb, and now Airbnb is going public. They are, I guess their IPO was priced at $68 per share. They're seeking to raise about $3.5 billion. Today, Airbnb's stock price is expected to more than, actually it already has doubled, $152. Let's take a look at Airbnb stock right now. It's at $146, which is pretty crazy, if you ask me. I was tempted to buy it, but I did not, because right now the markets are just going down and down and down. So I feel like it is going to go down with the markets. I'll let it kind of balance out a little bit, and then maybe I'll be jumping in. But Bezos probably is making a couple extra million, maybe a couple $100 million. Who knows? We don't really know the exact amount of shares and stock that Jeff Bezos has in Airbnb. But what does a few $1,000,000 really mean to a guy that's worth more than $185 billion? I mean, that is just crazy, the worth of Jeff Bezos. If you calculated each minute that he spends on this planet breathing, the amount of money that he's bringing in is just, it's insane. So just want to let you know that if you're interested in Airbnb, Jeff Bezos has already been there, done that. I don't think he's going to be selling anytime soon. I don't think that he's going to care much about selling a couple $100 million of Airbnb stock. He's probably just going to keep it, but I just thought it was pretty cool that old Jeffy was up in Airbnb. So let's move on. TikTok webinar reveals users' buying habits. Now, we get a little bit of information about TikTok from what they revealed in their webinar, because TikTok is really trying to monetize their platform. They're trying to get a lot more advertisers and really do the whole Facebook thing, right? But you need to know some stats about TikTok and its platform before you go and you start spending money on the platform. First, you gotta know that they have over 500 million global users. They revealed how businesses can target specific audiences, very similar to Facebook ads, and how the ads will be delivered. Now, one of the big important things if you want to run TikTok ads is you gotta know how that creative is gonna be structured and created. You gotta fit in with how the content is already looking on TikTok. You can't be super, straight up wearing a suit, and you gotta make your content, your video ad, look similar to all the other TikTok content creators ads, and you gotta make it as a vertical video. So that's already kind of challenging because all the videos that are out there these days are like this. And now you need to turn it sideways and you need to make it like this. Another thing to know is that the app is skewed more towards males. Gaming and tech ranked as most popular categories, which doesn't really make sense. I mean, I am a huge TikTok user and I am not really into gaming. I am into tech, as this is the tech news time, as you can see here. But users and consumers expect the videos to be funny, so your ads have to be a little humorous, a little bit of fun, creativity going on in there. And 4 in 5 users admit TikTok inspired purchases. Now, I am one of those people. I think I've made 2 purchases now from TikTok where I follow these people. I'll be transparent with you. It is a seasoning. One of the purchases was a seasoning company, Dano's Seasoning. I'm a big chef, big barbecue guy, and I wanted to try his seasoning. He uses his seasoning in all his videos, and so I just had to try it. So I bought the green one and the red one. Shout out to Dano's. Great job on those seasonings. I do love them, and I am, a TikTok user that resulted in a purchase. So there you go. Next, Aptera $26,000 solar-powered EV has sold out. So they are another EV car company that is launching. They're going to be live and selling early next year. So not super likely. In my opinion, a lot of these companies, they say we'll be selling at this point and then it's actually a lot later, but hey, we'll see. Now this company is very weird, to be honest. Let's just take a quick look at their cars. Super futuristic, 3 wheels, super aerodynamic, very strange. Let's just slide through. Look at that interior. Like, it looks like a video game or something. Look at that thing. That is going to grab attention. So if you want to be grabbing everybody's attention and not be able to just go do your grocery shopping in peace, then get one of these bad boys. I personally will not be a customer because that thing looks too weird. And when you're an early adopter, you're going to have issues. And they better have their service side of things up to par when you buy one of these, because chances are you're going to need some servicing. This thing looks spacey and crazy. But jumping back to some of the notes I got, this is what they are claiming, okay? The company claims this vehicle never needs charging. What? Okay. Has 3 wheels, promises up to 1,000 miles of range. So they're just trying to say it's double the Tesla Model S. The 3 lower trim models will go 250, 400, and 600 miles on a per charge basis. Paradigm and Paradigm Plus, it's their car model. They range in price from $25,000 to $46,000. Aptera originally closed down in 2011, but they're back and they're competing with Tesla and other companies like NIO and other EV companies. So I don't think, to be completely honest, that they're going to survive, because a lot of companies like Volkswagen and GMC and all these other big car companies are now competing with Tesla, and they're launching an EV in their lineup. And so a crazy, weird, wacky little car company like this, I just don't think is going to really take much market share from Tesla and the other big players in this space. But who knows? We will see. Maybe there will be a lot more small EV companies that come out with cars, and I don't know. It just reminds me of the olden days when there was like a ton of car companies. Remember Saturn? Remember when they were around? Well, they died. Okay, so maybe that's what's going to happen, is there going to be a lot of EV small brands, and then they'll just slowly die off, and then it will just leave the big players remaining. Anyway, moving on. Spacex Starship rocket explodes in Texas. Now, I saw the video. It was pretty crazy. It looked like it was going to be a perfect launch. It goes up in the sky and then does its little flips and maneuvers, comes back down, and right as you think that it is going to be a successful mission, it just, I think it's coming in too hot. It comes in too hot and it lands and it just explodes everywhere, and it was sad. I shed a tear, I'll be honest. Anyway, recent SN8 prototype launch in Boca Chica, Texas exploded upon landing yesterday. I'm not a huge fan of their name. SN8, SN9, it doesn't sound super easy to my mouth. I just can't shape it. Anyway, Elon Musk believed there was a good chance it would fail. I think he said in a tweet that it was like a 30% success chance that he had. So the guy is not an optimist. Okay, no, I'm just kidding. He's more of like a robot. He will give you like an exact statistical figure of what he thinks his likelihood of success is going to be. It's really funny. Anyway, this is a 16-story tall rocket. It's got, let's see, 3 car-sized Raptor-engined rockets. That's pretty crazy. 3 car-sized engines. That's nuts. The SN8 launch proved to withstand greater altitudes and speeds than any previous prototype had ever reached. So that's really cool. They did succeed in other ways, but that last little couple seconds of the mission when it was landing, they just failed. And, Elon is full of failures, but he's also full of some big successes. So I think he's going to kill it with SpaceX. I think it's going to be a big company. It's going to go public. Hopefully, we will see. But SpaceX already has SN9 built and ready to launch additional prototypes and hopes to fly a 23-story rocket booster called Super Heavy. 23 stories, man. Like, I'm not going to be able to comprehend how big that is until I go stand next to a 23-story building. That's pretty big. Regarding a trip to Mars, Musk says, if we get lucky, maybe 4 years. We want to send an uncrewed vehicle there in 2 years. Elon is doing some really crazy big things. But anyway, that wraps up the Tech News Time Tuesday. Actually, no, it's a Thursday. So Tech Time News. Anyway, that's some tech news for you. Thanks for watching. Click that thumbs up button, and we'll catch you in the next one.